Are you serious? Now I have to rotate the pieces in order to get them in the right position? This was hard and tedious enough the first time, Atlus. Damn it, Atlus. Why? Well, I guess at least I only have to turn them in 90-degree increments. It's one. Where's the top of the skull? I think this piece goes here. Yep, cool. Hey, I think we're getting somewhere now. Where's the edge of this thing? There it is. Oh, that's not right. Now where is the bottom of this thing? That'd be the easiest pieces to put in, I think. Or the stuff at the top. I might try some of the top pieces. The top pieces are pretty smooth. Oh, that's the piece that goes down there. Good. Oh, I see why they just. I see why they did. Here. Now we're making progress. One more. What is this, front? At least being able to see the teeth makes this significantly easier. Let me assemble the bottom. Just be able to have the roof. Now Where is the bottom piece of this? Where's the bottom piece of this jaw? Where's that? I sure wouldn't want to have to do this for a living. There's some pieces missing, aren't there? No wonder this is so hard.
All the fragments that were given to me have been placed. Does this mean there's a missing piece of bone? In any case, the skull can't be fully put together in this state. Unless the missing section is found, there's nothing more that can be done to this skull. It's a bloodstain. Could it belong to this individual? If it was caused by physical trauma, then there's something unusual about it. That would be...
There's no wound.
Yes. There's no damage to the clothing. Either there's a reason why, or this blood didn't come from this person.
What else is there? Well, his clothes are dirty.
Is this a syringe? And drugs?
Right, I should probably search his pockets.
With a criminal history. Whoever this is might be kept in the FBI's criminal database. If I ask Little Guy about this, it might be easy to find out just who this person is.
Where's his other pocket? He has another pocket. Oh, I guess this other pocket's empty. That's not a lot of cards.
The missing area of skull is the section from the mental tubercle to the angle. Chloe had swallowed pieces of human bone. Don't tell me. So it was like I thought.
This guy must have been
After Chloe
infected.
swallowed the bone fragments, the mysterious foci appeared in her body. There's something in this bone, some kind of pathogen.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, that man came by a moment ago.
That man? Who are you talking about?
The, friendly guy. He said something about having finished reconstructing the body.
Ah, you mean Gabe. All right, now we can observe the corpse as a whole.
I've gone ahead and put the skull with the rest of the skeleton. You can look at them whenever you like.
Good, you're on top of things. Can you tell me what you've observed from it?
Oh, right. There wasn't much to get from the body, though. The person was roughly 185 centimeters tall. A histologic examination of the bone detected 15 types of amino acids remaining. There was also a very high concentration of nitrogen.
Out of, I think, 21 amino acids?
I've sent the results of the analysis to your computer. Please check it out when you need to.
Good, I'll look into it. It's possible to examine the body now, too.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 21 amino acids in a living, human.
Little guy? I need you to analyze something.
Yes, of course. What's this?
I found this in the deceased's personal articles. I get the feeling that it may be drugs.
I see. So you want me to run this through our criminal database?
You're good at picking up on these things.
This is the kind of thing that we do at the FBI, after all. I'll look into what's in these ampules and see if the syringe has been used. It's going to take a while, so you'll have to give me time.
Of course. I'll keep investigating the corpse. Little guy, I need you to analyze something.
Of course. Is this a bloodstain?
Right. I need you to check the skeleton's DNA and see if that blood came from the same person.
Ah, no problem. Give me a moment.
Do you have the results yet, little guy?
Hey, don't rush me, please. Ah, the results just came in. It seems that the DNA matches. The blood's from the same person.
Well,
I see. If that's the case, what kind of hemorrhaging is it? If this hemorrhaging wasn't caused by physical trauma, then...
then what could that have been? Let's take a look at that skeleton now that it's put together. Hello? What the? That's nothing? Oh, hello, that's fractured.
Yes. The femur is completely broken. But why? In the human skeleton, the femur is...
Even if you didn't know this, the game told you before in a previous case with her.
Yes. It was the same in the case when that girl Veronica was thrown off the bridge. But the femur is the strongest among all the bones in the human body. What could have broken this so easily? Is this really it? Oh, hello. What is this damage to the joint? It's hard to think that an external force could cause this kind of effect.
Now, what else is there? Maybe that's related to his arm, too? this really everything?
Little guy, I need this damage analyzed.
Right away. This...
What's the matter?
Nothing. A bone abrasion caused this damage.
Bone abrasion? What do you mean?
Normally, wherever bones meet, there's a layer of fibrocartilage. In this case, the knee. That pad is known as the meniscus. That prevents damage like this from occurring in most people's bodies. The signs of wear I see here are consistent with the bones grinding together.
Why?
So these abrasions here were apparently caused by... Indeed. This would mean that the meniscus was lost while the person was still alive.
Well, what the hell would cause that?
But what would cause this to happen? Little guy, can I bother you for a moment?
Yes, of course. How may I help you?
I want your opinion on this fractured femur.
Oh, okay. Just a second.
Well, anything?
Well... Huh. What's this? This bone is hollow on the inside. I'm not surprised it broke if it was like this.
What?
Did this fracture occur while the person was still alive?
I can't say about the fracture, but the loss in bone density must have occurred while the person lived.
It seems safe to assume that the fracture was caused by the decrease in bone density then.
Is there still more to find? Usually the game tells me once I've found everything. Wait, it's here too?
It's hard to think that an external force could cause this kind of effect.
Oh, it's here too.
Yes. These scratches on the bone look like an area that's been shaved off. Looks like I need to look into what caused this damage.
Is that everything with the corpse? Good.
Is this a key? For what, though? Maybe little guy will be able to find out something about it.
Okay, good. I think I'm just gonna get the rest of this information analyzed, and then I'll call it an episode. It's hard to gauge because me putting the skeleton together is going to be in double time.
Hey, little guy, can you tell me what this key is for?
A key? Let's see. This is a very unique key. It involves magnetism.
Magnets? What could a key like that be used for?
Probably a safe or something else high security. Oh, there's a number on it as well.
I see. Can you find out where whatever it goes to is located?
I can look into it, but
What's wrong? Is there a problem?
we don't have a clue where this key came from. It'll take a long time to find out any specifics about where this key goes.
That's fine. It's still better than me trying to find this out by myself, right?
Well, we are a nationwide organization. Fine, I'll take the key.
I'll let you handle this then. Hey, little guy, can you analyze this marking here?
Yes, of course. Let's see.
How does it look? Can you learn anything from it?
Huh. Yes, first of all, the damage was done recently. There's no discoloration on the bone tissue in the area that had been damaged.
I see. Does this mean that whatever happened here occurred after the person died?
That's right. I don't think it could have happened any other way. From looking at the damaged area, it seems the bone had been shaved away using a tool, like a router.
A router? The only reason I would expect that to happen would be...
Right.
That's right. The staff at USAMRIID was using this bone for research. There's a good chance they shaved a sample from the bone in order to study it.
Yes, you need small fragments for the high-detail analysis. That's likely what happened to this bone.
Wait a second.
What's wrong?
The researcher at USAMRIID was infected while he was studying this bone. Using a router on the bone would cause particles of pulverized bone to be ejected in the air. If the researcher came down with the disease after performing that procedure, then...
Ooh, yuck.
Abnormal decrease in bone density with the lack of cartilage. What we can deduce from these two events is... Yes. Both these conditions indicate a weakening of the skeletal system.
Osteoporosis?
Furthermore, I believe that both these processes happened while the person was still alive. If these conditions allow us to infer anything, it would be that this person was severely debilitated by the time of death. I need this bone analyzed, little guy. Be careful with it. There's a danger of infection.
Whoa, can you warn me a little sooner next time? Give me a moment, please. Let's see here.
Well, did you find anything?
No, I've checked it out, but there's nothing especially unusual about it.
Is that so? That's odd.
What's so odd about that?
This is the bone that Chloe swallowed. When she did, the same black focus that the patients in the quarantine zone had showed up inside her body. According to what Gabe said, the serviceman who had been investigating this bone... So, in other words, the pathogen lurking in this bone is... Right. This bone carries a virus that triggers the hemorrhagic fever.
A virus? This is just a skeleton.
How doesn't a virus have to have a host?
A virus requires living cells from its host in order to multiply. So, this virus not only survives the host's death, but can continue within a skeletonized corpse.
That's insane!
Can you really say that such a thing is impossible?
But...
That's not like you. Calm down, little guy. Everything we've seen up until now has taught us something. That there are diseases out there in the world that defy all our understanding and what we think of as common sense.
All right. Let's assume that it is a virus. That doesn't mean that all the mysteries have been solved. How does this virus live inside this skeleton? And why aren't we infected with the hemorrhagic fever after we've handled the bones?
I really can't say at this point. It's possible this person was infected with the virus. Or perhaps the skeleton had been contaminated after death. In any case, we'll need to continue investigating this in more detail.
Right.
However, I can explain why you and I haven't contracted the hemorrhagic fever.
What? How?
Well, according to what Gabe was told by the assistant secretary...
I can't remember. Okay.
That's right. They concluded that an airborne infection was impossible. This was because the infection wasn't spreading within USAMRIID. If that's the case, it's unlikely that the virus is dispersed through a respiratory vector.
Then how does it spread?
Well, in Chloe's case, the foci were located in areas where... Indeed. The black foci only existed in areas that the bone fragments were in contact with. Taking that into consideration, this virus's route of infection is... Yes. In other words, the virus only has a limited means of transmission.
I see. That explains the cat's case, at least. But what about the USAMRIID researcher? I highly doubt that he'd be chewing on bones.
Good point. There must be an explanation for how that other serviceman was infected as well.
And how all these other people are getting infected, too. But this video's getting really long even after putting the skeleton together, so we're gonna continue this investigation next time.